The importance of having good communication skills cannot be overstated. They give you the freedom to effectively express your thoughts and feelings, understand the perspective of others, and collaborate meaningfully to achieve common goals. Good communication skills are a key factor in personal and professional success, and are a vital tool for improving overall well-being and happiness. In short, being able to effectively communicate is a crucial aspect of healthy and productive relationships, both personal and professional. Today, we're exploring 7 effective ways to improve your communication skills. Welcome to Inspired Word, where inspiration is the spark to success. Number 1, practice active listening. Actively listening to someone means that you're providing them with your full attention, and you're genuinely trying to understand what they're attempting to communicate. Stay present and in the moment. Focus fully on the conversation and avoid letting your mind wander or thinking about something else. This isn't the time to think about what you want to say next, but rather, this is the time to unselfishly listen to what the other person wants to share with you. Avoid interrupting and let them finish their thought before you begin speaking. And if you're not sure what they're saying, ask clarifying questions. This helps to clear up any confusion or misunderstandings, and it shows that you're engaged in the conversation. When possible, let the speaker know that you comprehended what they were saying by summarizing. Use your own words here to convey what you understood from the conversation. This instills a profound level of confidence in the speaker that you actually made the effort to actually try to understand them. Getting a full thought out these days is becoming more and more rare. Take the time to make someone feel listened to in a time when many don't feel heard. Actively listening is the first step on the path to becoming a great communicator. By practicing this skill, you can build stronger relationships, improve communication, and foster a deeper understanding of those around you. Number 2, be clear and concise. Being clear and concise when communicating is important for ensuring that your message is understood and well received. Speak in a way that's easy to understand, and avoid using jargon or complex language where it's not necessary. Know your audience. Consider the needs, background, and level of the person or people you're communicating with, and tailor your message accordingly. They'll appreciate the consideration. You'll want to take a moment to organize your thoughts here before you even start speaking. Take a moment to slow down, be in the moment, and be purposeful with the words coming out of your mouth. This is so important, as sometimes when we're speaking, we activate autopilot to some degree, and it can seem like our words precede our thoughts. Use clear, specific language that can't be misinterpreted, and avoid phrases that are vague or unclear. This is a good place to mention that using specific examples or anecdotes can really help to illustrate your point and make it more memorable. Speaking of your point, get to it. Seriously, get to the point you're trying to make. This might seem obvious, but people aren't usually too fond of having their time wasted, and that can result in a less than stellar interaction. Be direct and clear in your message and avoid beating around the bush. Taking the time to organize your thoughts and be in the moment can also help you to use filler words less. Goodbye, uhs and ums, and hello, clear, concise communication. Number 3, be empathetic. Try to understand the perspective of the person you're communicating with and show empathy by acknowledging their feelings. Start by practicing active listening, like we talked about earlier. It's really important to pay attention to what's being said and also what's not being said, but we'll get into that a little later in this video. Continue to ask clarifying questions to really try to understand that person's perspective, and then you can begin to validate their feelings by acknowledging your understanding of how they feel. Use phrases like, "I can understand why you feel that way," or "It sounds like you're going through a tough time." Try not to judge the person speaking or dismiss their feelings. Instead, accept them for who they are and what they are going through. Put yourself in their shoes. Try to imagine what it would be like to be in their situation and how you yourself would feel. This can really help you to understand their perspective, which in turn helps you to respond in a more empathetic way. Remember, empathy is a two-way street and involves both understanding the other person and expressing your own feelings in a way that's considerate of their perspective. Number 4, ask questions. Now, you may have noticed a consistent theme throughout today's video. Being an effective communicator is equal parts speaking and listening. It's so important to try to understand the perspective of the person you're communicating with, because then you can meet them where they are conversationally, and that type of engagement builds the most memorable and productive interactions. Ask open-ended questions. The types of questions that encourage the other person to share their thoughts and feelings, rather than yes or no questions. These facilitate more in-depth and detailed answers and help to promote more robust conversation and understanding. Try beginning your questions with words like what, how, describe, tell me about. Ask them their thoughts on the topic. This really helps people to open up and relax in a conversation and can make it feel like less of an interview as well. Successful salespeople often ask open-ended questions to help identify the needs of their customer, build rapport, and close the sale. You don't have to be a salesperson to ask open-ended questions, but it sure makes you help a great person to converse with. Number 5, avoid distractions. This one doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out. Minimize distractions during conversations and give the person you're communicating with your full attention. Put your phone away, close your laptop, and eliminate any other distractions that might prevent you from fully focusing on the person speaking. Number 6, be aware of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication plays a big role in human interaction, and being aware of it can help to better understand the message that's being conveyed. Here, we're talking about body language cues like posture, facial expressions, gestures, as well as the tone of voice. Take some time to observe the body language of the person you're communicating with, since it can provide valuable information about their mood, intentions, and even their level of interest in the conversation. Pay attention to eye contact, since it's also a pretty good indicator of the level of interest or engagement in the conversation. You also want to keep in mind something like cultural differences, since nonverbal communication can vary greatly between cultures, so it's important to be aware of those differences when communicating with someone from a different culture. We've told you what to look for so far here, but take some time to reflect on your own nonverbal communication. Pay attention to your own cues and consider how you may be perceived by others. This can help you to be more aware of the messages you're sending and help you to be more confident in your communication. Number 7, get feedback. A wise man once said, "Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences, and stupid people already have all the answers." Socrates. Ask others for their honest opinion on your communication skills and use that feedback to make improvements. Receiving constructive feedback from an objective point of view can be so helpful as you enhance your communication skills. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback, as this tiny act of humility can and will help you to grow as a communicator. We must never stop learning, since the more we learn, the more we know. And the more we know, the more we can apply. And the more we can apply, the better we can become. Since you're watching this video, it's clear you're already working toward overall improvement. By incorporating these practices into your communication style, you can improve your ability to connect with others, understand their perspectives, and effectively communicate your own thoughts and feelings. Find opportunities to practice these tips, whether it be public speaking, group discussions, or even with your friends. It's said that communication saves relations. Well, good communication builds great relationships. It's time to reveal that S on your chest, because your communication skills are about to be the very best. If you found this video useful, give that like button a tap. Subscribe if you want more, and comment below to let us know your thoughts. What are some useful communication tips that have worked for you? We'll see you in the next video. Stay inspired!